Morning, dear hearts. Lesson 137 now, and please subscribe. Today's lesson, when I'm healed, I'm not healed alone, is an obvious expansion and continuation from yesterday's idea that sickness is a defense against the truth. So the truth is that we are one. When I'm healed, I'm not healed alone, because when I am healed, I am accepting the truth. But how does sickness occur? Sickness occurs, as everything does, from a thought, and it is a thought of separation. Sickness is described, it's a retreat. It's a retreat out of oneness, out of the truth, and into a space of shutting off, not joining, isolation. Because when one believes they are sick, I'm ill, I have to go off, be by myself, and stay in that pain that I have placed myself into that sickness. I use sickness, the ego thought system uses sickness to prove that truth is not true. Because if we were indeed the Son of God, how could we be sick? Well, we couldn't. So whenever a sickness seems to occur, the ego says, aha, I told you so. Now, how is healing accomplished? Healing is accomplished by truly changing our mind and to open it up to realize that truth is true. I cannot be sick if indeed I am the sinless, guiltless, perfect child of God. And it says to be healed is merely to accept what always was the simple truth and always will remain exactly as it has forever been. When I accept my true identity, let's go back, let's bring in, I am as God created me, because that lesson is a central lesson throughout the entire course. So if I am as God created me, then indeed I cannot be sick. But when I am healed, I am not healed alone, because when I am healed, when I have changed my mind about this idea of sickness, now I will bring others into this idea with me. I'm healed. Come, all of my brothers, come join me in this awareness of health and well-being. The ego, of course, does not like that particularly, so it is going to continue to try to get our attention with illness, with body ideas, because it wants to prove that we are not who we are in truth. But the lesson tells us that just as forgiveness shines away all sin and the real world will occupy the place of what you made, so healing must replace the fantasies of sickness which you hold before the simple truth. And when sickness has been seen to disappear in spite of all of the laws that hold it cannot but be real, then questions have been answered. So when there is that miraculous healing, when the spontaneous healing, when wholeness has been reestablished, and there is no magical pill, drug, seance that has happened in order to induce that healing, now healing is not only seen as the shift in awareness, it is that miracle of my shift in awareness, but it is something that is demonstrated so that others can participate in it with me. Healing is freedom. When we heal, we are free, but we also, when I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. We also join with others in the sonship when we are healed. When we are healed, our true characteristics as children of God come flooding back to us, that we understand our strength and our freedom, and that we have the power of forgiveness to uphold this state of health that we are in. And salvation occurs. Salvation, freedom, forgiveness, all of course are synonymous. They are the same. And it says, and as you let yourself be healed, you see all those around you who cross your mind or whom you touch or those who seem to have no contact with you at all, healed along with you. It is again that proverbial pebble in the pond that when the healing is placed in it and the rings go out, we don't know how far they go and we do not need to know, but the healing of one mind helps to facilitate the healing of other minds as well. Now, there's one thing in here that I want to point out. I think it is in paragraph 9, because it talks about his gentle lessons teach how easily salvation can be yours, how little practice you need undertake to let his laws replace the ones you made to hold yourself a prisoner to death. His life becomes your own as you extend the little help he asks in freeing you from everything that ever caused you pain. That word little, we've heard the little willingness. So here we have a little practice, and here we have a little help. Okay, we are not being asked for tremendous amounts of devotion in order for us to have this shift of awareness and awakening. We are asked for a little bit and a little bit, just a little practice, just a little help, just a little willingness. But in that littleness, we receive the magnitude of our Father and all of the gifts that are then given to us by our little willingness. The practicing is morning and evening, 10 minutes, and we are given lines to use. When I am healed, I'm not healed alone, and I would share my healing with the world, that sickness may be banished from the mind of God's one Son, who is my only self. And on the hour, at least sometime during the course of an hour, to remember that indeed, when I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. And when I'm healed, I'm not healed alone. And I would bless my brothers, for I would be healed with them as they are healed with me. This is the unification of the sonship, of all of the parts and the pieces of the sonship. We all come together for healing today. We are not healed alone, and we receive the joy of this group healing. Now, it is possible. It is time for us to rejoin and to heal. And that's it for today. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, and please be here tomorrow. We do pray. Need new flowers. Maybe tomorrow I'll get them. Namaste.